And they're off. I don't know much about this sign person. They seem to be really well versed in strat. I do know, however, and I haven't pulled up here, BlackEliteJohn right now in his SRL ranks is number 28 in the SRL rankings right now, doing really, really well, keeping up with the slew of new runners that have been joining of recent. So I'm looking forward to seeing the outcome of this match. Adding to the very first mini strat here today, they have the intentional damage here at Ridley. Being able to take damage straight from his tail to make this cutscene play out quicker. Both runners quickly getting their damage in good frames. Not a whole lot of deviants here. Let's see what their series times are going to be looking like. It'll give us a good idea of kind of how things are going to go. Really good series by both runners with 43s by Cyan and Black Elite with another 40 up in there. Very, very well done. This is going to be one of those matches I'm hoping, what it seems to be, is going to be a very close one indeed. Alright, we're getting down to the first easy strats. Double door transition. High-fiving maintain it. Cyan opting to go for a sick Moonpulse strat. Very well executed. While BlackEliteJohn taking the slightly slower route of not using Moonfall tech. Cyan making great movement. Fantastic movement through. Not missing or not hitting a single pit. That is very, very good. BlackEliteJohn seems to have his competition cut out for him. At a healthy 307 approach at Mock Ball, with BlackEliteJohn following up about, roughly 5 to 6 seconds later. Not bad at all. Not a lot of deviance. At Thomas Joseph, me too, man. Me too. So I guess just some thoughts here. Is science seems to be really, really good with some of this advanced tech, so I'm very curious to see whether or not he's going to do new route. And it's been a while since I've gotten to see BlackEliteJohn's tactics for any percent, since I haven't been very present as much. So I'm curious to see if BlackEliteJohn is going to go for broke and try strats for new route or continue to follow old route. His efficiency in old route will be critical, as seeing as Cyan makes quick work of these rooms, easily making it through. Taking the Behe strat up the shaft. Both runners, now taking the B strat, getting a bonk by Cyan there, making a pretty smooth transition and recovery. Getting another hit there, giving BlackEliteJohn a chance to lead, even though marginal, to make it through. Cyan not making great advantage of getting the missiles loaded far behind to open up that door sooner, but making quick work to get to bombs. Both runner high-fiving identically with bomb transitions, with BlackEliteJohn mere seconds ahead. Oh, Cyan missing a good shot, not getting optimal damage there. Still getting bomb torso. A little slower than normal, but making up. Both runners exiting with full missiles and full health. John, making a good bonk over. Double bonk. Gonna cost him a little bit of time for Cyan to match back up, unless Cyan has his own bonk as well. Not bad. Second attempt, good. BlackEliteJohn making a good little lead. While Cyan not far behind. Cyan opting to take damage rather than use missiles. Very wise to cut through. As well as BlackEliteJohn opting for the same thing, conserving a little bit more energy, not a whole lot of defense to save at this point. Also, at Slutters, might want to go ahead and renew that subscription. And if you haven't already, go ahead and give Speed Gaming. Whoa! Good tech from BlackEliteJohn there. Barely making it through that gate. Nicely done. Another good reason why you want to throw your subscription here to Speed Gaming into the Speed Gaming community. Good recovery by Cyan there, getting that Rio out of the way. Nice and easy. Staying close on BlackEliteJohn's tail, not making any waste of any momentum by either runner. Very close indeed. It is either runner's hands right now. Making good time at 8 minutes into the pink area. BlackEliteJohn getting charged just mere seconds ahead of Cyan. Both runners staying very, very close to one another. BlackEliteJohn making great work of the Slinky Room. Cyan not too far behind, opting to make a little bit more running rather than mockballing. Loses a little time, but he still ultimately keeps his tail right behind BlackEliteJohn, now only one room away. So now comes the moment of truth. Is Cyan going to go up or down? Opting to definitely go old route. So this is good to at least be able to maintain good close track of both runners, although it'll be interesting to see who maintains this lead, as both runners have really great control of the momentum. As I thank you, Cyan, for making me look like a great commentator. Those beautiful angle down arm pumps, gotta love them. BlackEliteJohn having a little bit of a struggle getting up into gray area, giving Cyan a great chance to make his hop over. He also must be the same runners here. Must be a Vaughn. Just kidding. Cyan ultimately getting through. BlackEliteJohn making his good recovery through. Cyan making it no time to waste to mini Kraid. BlackEliteJohn just getting his fresh 5 of supers there, ultimately ready to start I-Door and opting to go ahead and save his 3 missiles and do, hopefully, a good Kraid skip, because nobody likes taking Kraid to prom. Nailing the Kraid quick kill. Very well executed. Let's see if Cyan, I'm very sorry about your name. Also getting a very clean quick kill. These runners staying on each other's heels with nothing in between them. It is anyone's game here, folks. John having a little bit of a struggle getting the D-boost out of there, wasting a good, precious few seconds to maintain his lead over Cyan. Cyan getting an initially good first D-boost right into the room, refilling his supers and using his missiles to get right straight through the room. Hot on BlackEliteJohn's trail. It's almost like he can feel the pressure behind him to keep Cyan at a distance. Playing efficiently is key. Very, very close indeed. Literally transitions away. If you haven't already, give these runners a follow. This is excellent. Keeping up with one another. Both paces of both runners neck and neck. BlackEliteJohn barely able to hang on to his lead. Both making a really clean high jump room. Cyan still only just barely behind. BlackEliteJohn making any mistake will cost him. Even just precious breaths making that little shot mistake there cost him merely precious seconds to keep Cyan right on his tail, with Cyan making a missed jump, ultimately giving that time back. This is quality racing here, folks. Sort of Super Saiyan, yes, I agree. No pressure at all. Both runners' skill levels neck and neck to the point where one move by one or the other could have sent the opponent into the lead. Fantastic climb to get up to speed booster area by BlackEliteJohn. Wasting a super, not doing too bad though. Cyan giving himself a little bit more breathing room, holding a charge to make that. Ooh, getting his super missile back with one super. Ammo count is looking pretty good for both runners, except with Cyan's low super count. You might want to consider getting a little bit of farm when he makes his way back out of the room. BlackEliteJohn nailing another good super at the door here. Another high five by the runners here, at about good 20 seconds between each runner. Cyan not getting quite the drops he was hoping for, getting a recovery in missiles, but only having 2 super missiles. A little bit better than normal. Making his way through with such low super count is going to potentially harm it, opting to use missiles to open the red cap on this door. BlackEliteJohn picking up another pack of missiles, giving him a total of 20. While Cyan here keeps only his small standards. Cyan missing the jump, with BlackEliteJohn getting a little bit of dunking on that face there, still ultimately making his way out, keeping his lead barely with mere 20 seconds in between. Very, very close, but very good. Literally elevator transitions away. Maintaining this is very, very good. And this has been the way for those just tuning in. This closeness between the runners has been maintained for the full 17 minutes. BlackEliteJohn going in for the swag spark here, nailing it very beautifully. It's going to see if Cyan opts to do the same. Looks like he's going for it. Ooh. Oh, just barely. The missile was not quite fast enough. BlackEliteJohn loving those pits. Never know what you find at the bottom of them. Frame perfect bonk, as you're saying. I like it. I wonder if John really can feel the pressure here. Making tiny little snakes, but making great recoveries in between. Very, very good. Cyan now catching up to him significantly, entering the same room, ultimately getting nabbed as well. Trade off with those times. Just every little chance. Both runners just keeping good pace and keeping back at him. Cyan getting that quick hit by the spike there, denying him the first entrance to the elevator. Again, giving BlackEliteJohn just a moment's worth of lead. Oh, BlackEliteJohn with that spark, wasting a good chunk of energy. Oh, that's going to cost him some precious, precious seconds. At antimony, breaks my heart but makes me proud. Angle sparks are just beautiful, though. His health a little bit suboptimal with just barely 99 energy and very astute. BlackEliteJohn is going to have to be very, very careful on his current fight with the ghost. Even one wrong bad damage is going to cost him dearly. Very close race indeed. Cyan maintaining nearly to almost a full, wow, count of energy. Call me count of energy. Maintaining a really good amount of health if we want to shorten it. Cyan ultimately having a very strong advantage over BlackEliteJohn health-wise. Ammo-wise, both runners identical in ammo counts. Suboptimal pattern to BlackEliteJohn. See what Cyan gets. Ooh, looks like we're going to be having a slow for Cyan. Ouch. John getting a really good set of missiles in on the Ghost here. Cyan going for X-Factor strats, getting a great X-Factor, nailing all 4 particles. BlackEliteJohn still trying to farm the little assholes. Health a little bit risky, playing it safe. Again, Cyan having this advantage health-wise is going to be a big factor. You can afford the damage also on the health factors. Cyan gaining back a little bit of energy and health to be able to, well, ramp. Defeating the Ghost in really good time, gaining himself a lead over BlackEliteJohn. John still facing the Ghost with just only a few more hits away. Super taking care of the rest. Again, great Doppler by BlackEliteJohn. Really good Dopplers. Cyan opting to get that extra super there. I'm not quite sure why, but I think he's just going to rock it. Probably a good idea that he does. Cyan again making a great climb to the attic, missing this initial setup, still recovering very decently. Opting to do a pretty good spark, even with the amount of health he has, almost perfect. Oh, missing the spark, opting to just go for some speed echoes. Ooh! Throwing away some gain time. Not getting that Hall Spark, costing him some pretty good time, maintaining it, that lead, even with a bit of damage and even with the damage and loss in ammo he took. Getting Kojacked, gotta love it. And for our new runners who don't know what that means, why don't you give this channel a good follow, or go follow the runners. The more you lurk, the more you'll be able to see some more of these references and more being broadcast here on Speed Dating, as well as the individual channels you see on screen. Cyan's movement just very fluid, catching immediately back up into Bowling Spark Room. Health looking a little low, not too shabby. Bowling was just never this Torzo's thing. If anything, he just likes holding the ball and running it down. It's a great pastime for the Chozos. They never meant to bowl. Opting not to do a moonfall here, but is going to go ahead and do a quick dash over to the door, maintaining his lead over BlackEliteJohn. Missing the door with a close-by shot. A fairly substantial lead over BlackEliteJohn. Could still go in either runner's favor at this point. And I agree, very close masters all day long. These runners are just great. Again, give them a great follow, as well as the runners that you may see elsewise on the rest of the channel tonight. Cyan with an approximate up to 20-second lead. A very, very substantial amount with how close these runners are playing. To clarify, yes, I usually see some runners late in game seeing this good movement. Some will go off for crab supers. John's still having a little trouble with that little area, making it through just in the nick of time. Now, several rooms away from Cyan. Cyan making, again, great movement through these areas. Mastering that movement is always key in these tournaments when you have races this close. And Cyan's movement is just very optimal. BlackEliteJohn probably a little bit tense, but doing very good regardless, making a great 26-minute entrance into Meridia. At Toasty Muffins, anyone knows Cyan's PB offhand? I was not able to find a PB either on Deer Tier, although again I could probably check again if anyone wants to confirm, or on Speedruns Live. So we may actually see a first PB or public PB by Cyan here, which would be really cool to see. Cyan's movement being this excellent must have one somewhere. If anybody can report that back and see, I would be very thankful. At Camille, thank you very much. With a PB of 55.3 is Cyan's current PB, making very good movement right now. Very good PB pace. BlackEliteJohn still not very far behind, making his way to the bottom room with ease. Both runners having again a high five in the bottom room. BlackEliteJohn readying up for very good X Factor, gaining a pretty good time back to catch up to Cyan again. Cyan having a little bit of a struggle with Bot Toon here, ultimately making it out fairly unscathed. But BlackEliteJohn's health is a little bit tough at this point. 63. Get him out of that one phase, I think he'll be good to go. Yes, making it out of that phase has indeed helped a lot. BlackEliteJohn made short work of the little dragon here. Cyan opting to farm and get a little bit more of his supers back, realizing he will want a little bit more than he has. Again, it's both runners, the same room. Cyan getting what he thinks is a pretty good amount. Missing the charge for a half or full half, giving BlackEliteJohn a potential advantage to gain a good chunk of time, using his speed echoes to get some ammunition. Not quite what he was looking for, opting to farm a little more. Cyan taking his way through the pits. John going for the full halfy or halfy. Let's see what he can do. Losing that charge spark running through the door. Close but no cigar. Both runners taking hits down to Meridia. Excuse me, down to Dragon. My apologies. John quickly making his way to Dragon here, opting to waste no time. Comes down to this. Cyan opting to try and do the spark. Fairly good one by Cyan there. Very, wow, that was impressive. Another great spark by Cyan, making nearly short work of Dragon, getting him at the 29, almost exact 30-minute mark. Very, very well done by Cyan here. That was a very impressive. Little high of a hit there by BlackEliteJohn. His health looking a little scary, getting almost caught again by Goop. John has to play it real healthier. He doesn't have a whole lot to play with his sparks. 66 energy, looking a little dicey. He's going to have to play it safe to be able to stay in this race. Cyan on I agree, Cyan on a very, very good PB pace. John getting a little bit more health, opting to potentially try another spark. Might be dangerous. Ooh, losing that health to the tail. It's only a couple more hits away, not very bad. He has to wiggle fast. He can't take one good hit from that tail or he's gone. Ooh, cut it a little close on that health there. Ultimately coming back with, thankfully, some decent drops, opting for one more spark. Oh, not getting it. Keeping the scare on chat here with that health, getting another good slew of missiles. Not what he was looking for. Cyan not going for Plasma Spark. Ooh, BlackEliteJohn, again, really, really close on his health here. Needs desperate energy pickups. Oh boy. No tail. Oh, not getting tailed. Cyan getting his well-earned plasma beam, making his way through. Cyan in desperate need of that health. Whew, a good puddle of health gives him a little bit of breathing room here, getting his way right back through. I say for today, this is a very intense Dragon fight. Poor BlackEliteJohn, ripped to the shrimp. Oh man, poor BlackEliteJohn forfeiting from the race. I was really sad to see that missed. It was hitting the wrong key on the keyboard. BlackEliteJohn opting to take his bow. Good try by BlackEliteJohn. If John, you're listening in, that was a rough fight. If you want to go in for it again, you're welcome to. PRKD, says Ivan. Cyan making great pace onto his ice beam there. Very clean movement through. Cyan very, very well polished in his runes. opting to take a lower road, however, that's one you don't very see often. At BlackEliteJohn, you can indeed rejoin the race if you'd like to continue. SM more important. Oh, Shad, you never cease to make me happy. Cyan making great pace at 35 minutes, right in on a good PB pace. Really strutting his tail feathers here, feeling that confidence from good room and clean movement. He is very happy with it. BlackEliteJohn, ladies and gentlemen, has unforfeited from the race. BlackEliteJohn gonna go for it. Very, very good. To BlackEliteJohn, I have to say, good on you, brother. Just enjoy yourself. Even your average times are used in this tournament, so just go and have fun. As for our other runner here, Cyan making pretty good work of the room. Very, very clean movement here. Getting straight on through. Opting not to get anything else in between and going straight for the heart. Cyan playing real hardball here. BlackEliteJohn, you are the hero of the day. Good work by Cyan here. Clean shots with being straight through. A little slower than I think you would like. Opting not to go for a spark. Going straight on through, tanking more acid damage. Let's see if he will actually go and grab some health, or if he's going to go all the way through on this. BlackEliteJohn making his way through series once again with a pretty good start on this one as well, with fantastic arm movement. Cyan opting to farm a little bit of extra ammunition for the fight, potentially looking for some health bonus. Wow. Excellently done. BlackEliteJohn, you are awesome. Cyan doing a very good job with this really fight. A little bit slower than I think a little slower than he would like. Playing it a little bit more safely, as his health is not as optimal. He was like playing very carefully, not quite getting the manipulative movement. He was ultimately handling it very well though. With 9 supers in his ammo count's looking good. If he needs to make a backup super dash to get him done, doesn't look like he needs to with the dragon down. Cyan going for a 5th energy tank. Not wanting to potentially risk the end of the game, taking that 11-second penalty for the item. John making a great pit list there. Very well done, John. Cyan making his way out of Ridley and heading towards the G4 with BlackEliteJohn making his way down to White Ball. At SN_Ivan, you do love Super Metroid. You can't deny it. You are the world's biggest fan. Come on. And if you're a good fan of SM as well, why don't you go ahead and give Speed Gaming and these runners a good follow. Make sure to give a subscription to Speed Gaming if you got the money and time, as well worth the content. You'll get some extra emotes in your inventory as well as in Discord. And as well as being able to see more matches like this in the upcoming days of the tournament. Very good movement again coming out of Cyan here, looking very clean, making his way out of the lower half of Norfair, navigating his way into the bubbly part of upper Norfair. A couple of bonks here and there, not too shabby indeed, taking a few hits, but now he has the health to do so. BlackEliteJohn again with the clean Behe climb. Very, very good again by BlackEliteJohn, showcasing his great skill. Getting each one of those lead grabs and making a fantastic mod ball. Overall, I would believe he has actually improved from his initial part of the race getting into here. Very well done. Cyan opting for a really clean crumble drop there. Not quite nailing the mod ball out, doing very good to make his way towards Bubble Mountain. Oh goodness, I love you, chat. Cyan making his way up through the little small cut through the fish tank. BlackEliteJohn getting his wonderful little energy tank there, staring down the barrel of a purple Waver. I never imagined Wavers would kind of look like those plasma rifles from Halo. There's something to sit and think on for a moment. Oh, Cyan opting to shoot Ponkfish. RIP Ponkfish 2018. Good super. Not going for bounce strat. very clean movement coming from BlackEliteJohn now. Very, very well done. Cyan opting not to go for a refill, opting to straight head right in to go G4. Also, ladies and gentlemen, I've just gotten confirmation that this channel, the Speed Gaming 2 channel, has about 15 minutes before it's needed again. So there is indeed a very good potential that BlackEliteJohn can indeed finish his entire run in this session. With how cleanly his movement is being right now, I think he's going to be on great pace. What is this? Do I see? It looks like John is going to go for new route, like a boss. Go BlackEliteJohn for going for new route. I like the way he's going. Nicely done. Third attempt. BlackEliteJohn quickly making his way through this hallway while Cyan makes his way through the room of Metroids. Albeit a bit slower again than I'm thinking he'd like, but again, playing it safe just to make sure he can ensure a smooth play, opting not necessarily needing his health wasted if he needed to for speed. Only 7 minutes away from his PB, potentially very close for PB pace. My apologies for future reference for the YouTube VOD. BlackEliteJohn is opting, instead of doing any percent, opting to do PKDR, which is going for Phantom Trade Ridley. Excuse me, I just fouled that up there. It is Phantom Trade Ridley Dragon. Cyan, I didn't see if he faced left or not, looking just enamored by BlackEliteJohn's pure skill over here. Cyan getting grabbed, sadly, by the baby. Hopefully he faced wherever he needed to go. Oh goodness. Not memeing, just being palmy. Cyan going for a good short little moonfall there. There's a little bit of swag to cut off a little bit of the time. 5 minutes to PB pace. He has 5 minutes to get through this. With the ammo count he has, it is certainly more than possible. He just has to be very careful of how he does it. Ooh, losing 2 missiles. Ooh, a little close there, but ultimately getting his start and finish with Mother Brain 1, now starting Mother Brain 2. BlackEliteJohn quickly making his way into Fantoon. Good luck to BlackEliteJohn. I think he's got this in the bag, wanting his revenge. Ooh, very clean Doppler from John. I believe I just saw 6 missiles get pumped right in. Pretty good Doppler indeed. Oh, took the high route and wasted those missiles. Oh, darn it. Bad fast pattern. Good setup. Just bad ghost. It does look like indeed Cyan might be heading onto his PB here. If he can get out before his 55-56 mark, he is going to have himself a wonderful personal best. BlackEliteJohn taking another death, but good on him for the attempt. Very well done, opting to go right back for a reset and to go face Fantoon once again. Very, very good John for being a good sport. Please give BlackEliteJohn a follow on his channel, as well as give Cyan, who's on current PB pace, a follow. If you haven't already, go ahead and give Speed Gaming 1 through 6 a follow, as well as the foreign language channels that are now just being put up for those of our viewers in different locations. And if you haven't already, also check out the Discord for both speedrunslive.com, Speed Gaming, as well as the Super Metroid community. Timer now set. If he does good, he is definitively on PB pace, going to end up with a great one. BlackEliteJohn making really good movement here in series. A beautiful 44.89 by BlackEliteJohn, ladies and gentlemen. Very clean series. I just want to congratulate both runners for being good sports about the match once again. Cyan opting to just do a straight spark right on up. And a GG to Cyan here. Congratulations, he has beaten his PB by a very good margin. Previous PB was 55.23, coming in at first place with a 54.49. Thankfully, Speed Gaming 2 right now has plenty of time to continue to watch BlackEliteJohn, if he so chooses to continue. It looks like he is. Great job by everyone. Very, very good job. I'm just at a loss for words. Science skill beating his PB by such a fair margin was incredible. And even with the deaths, BlackEliteJohn has done a fantastic job of making a great comeback, being a fantastic sport, and going straight on through to persevere and keep trying. Very great a job by both runners. This right here, folks, is what makes speed gaming and speedrunning in itself a fantastic community. John making a very great entrance into Bomb Torizo. Great missile spread strat there to get all of his missiles opened up. Losing that first missile in the mouth, not quite getting the strat he wanted, ultimately making a fantastic recovery with a couple of P shots. Ooh, missing one missile, not going to be too terrible. Not quite ideal. Can easily pick up another missile on the way to open with the red door. BlackEliteJohn getting his favorite charge fame. Making great and fluid movement through. Again, I keep pushing the wrong buttons here. My apologies. So, just for those, again, tuning back in here who could be on the YouTube VOD, BlackEliteJohn had an unfortunate death early on to Dragon, ultimately handing over the win, sadly, to Cyan. BlackEliteJohn opting to be really good pure sport is trying to do a KPDR run as both as a show of not wanting to give up as well as being, again, good sport. Almost getting that wall jump there, not quite getting it, but doing a fantastic job of making it anyway. Fantastic movement by BlackEliteJohn here, doing much, much better in these rooms as he's gotten a little bit more practice thanks to his race. Some pretty good ammunition, pretty good health going right now. He's on a great pace. Not a whole lot to commentate on this bit other than BlackEliteJohn doing a fantastic job. Going for these corner bomb jumps here, very hard tack, nailing it first try. Very good there. Very strong on the point hops with the current health and ammo set he has. He has got a good start to face down the Fanny. So a little explanation of what KPDR is. Each letter in the acronym is the beginning letter of each major boss in the game. Now chat might be able to give me a correction, so now I will voice it here. Is that KPDR is you start with PKDR, excuse me, I've been already saying it wrong. PKDR goes from top to nearly bottom of the map, where you start out with Fantune, then on to Kraid, you make your way over to Dragon, and then finally ending in Kraid. Or, excuse me, ending in Ridley. Oh goodness, commentary. It's a rough jit. So if you want better commentary, go ahead and give Speed Gaming a good follow. Yes, PRKD is honestly a great category. At Claire Bear, thank you very much. I appreciate it. At SN_Ivan, also again, thank you very much. Much appreciated. John doing a fantastic job with Fanny here. Even getting a couple of not so optimal little drops here and there. Ooh, low health, getting that final kill shot in. Fantastic job from BlackEliteJohn with Fantune down for the count. And Ivan and Claire Barrett, once again, thank you very much. With one boss down, he's going to be making his way back to Kraid, an easy find after obtaining Gravity Suit, and with the ammunition he has now, easy fight for him. Kraid definitely, hopefully, won't be seeing any prom anytime soon. At the Hockey Towner, thank you very much for your appreciation. Narrowly missing that enemy there, keeping right off of his tail, opting not to try and go for the little skip there, doing a fantastic job health-wise. Great setup here in the attic. Well-timed supers. Ooh, getting some pretty optimal drops there, too. Very well done. I like that power bomb strat there. Very clever to clear out that whole room full of enemies and get your ammo back. Ammo health is a little bit terrifying to be going through the spike room. Oh, ooh, really close there. Very good job getting his well-earned gravity suit. At Farrell, I do agree with, quote, not getting a 3-hour time is most important. Too many 3-hour times already. And for those potential runners, or even current runners in the line, always keep that in note. Even if you're well out of the league, the race is over, don't ever give up. It is always well worth your interest to just keep persevering. Do your best. You know, as long as you got time here on the stream, the screen is yours. And I'm sure chat can agree. If you do your best, that is the best we hope for in any of these races. If you can get back on your feet, people enjoy that race, sometimes even more than just a close race. Fantastic room there by BlackEliteJohn. Very clean, even with the low amount of health he has right now, nailing it square per square. Skipping Spacer, like Ivan says, who needs it anyways? I guess since we're in this nice little overtime, we can have a little bit of fun. Going off of my last commentary, I was giving candied. I was giving. Oh goodness! I was giving each one of the names and packs in here what they would be if they were candies. And I kind of decided that these gamers that are on fire just look a whole lot more similar to a few gummy candies I've seen. If anybody in chat can give a parallel, they'll get commentary bonus points, I guess. In before 300 shot Ridley. Hey, thanks, Speed Gaming Bot. That's a pretty good little title card here as a little transition as we get our way into Speed Booster here. And on behalf of Speed Gaming, we all say thank you. If you can head to the link that you may see in your chat right now, speedgaming.org/support, you can assist keeping Speed Gaming alive by either subbing or making a donation via PayPal, Patreon, or using their Amazon referral link whenever you shop. You'll get a small kickback from the Amazon referral link as you go to be able to keep the channel going. Any donations, subscriptions, or even just volunteer work is always greatly appreciated here at Speed Gaming. BlackEliteJohn at 21 minutes picking up his well-needed wave beam with a pretty good health count too. We got just over 20 minutes left with Speed Gaming 2, and it might get transitioned over into another channel, but looks like it'll be just good. Oh, chat. BlackEliteJohn quickly making his way through with a beautiful speed booster easily. In fact, very nicely made. Right through to Kraid. Ultimately denying the big hunk of green lizard alien man, his prom date. Would that therefore make Kraid like high school age then? Does that mean Samus is actually shooting down a poor alien high schooler? Ooh, missing that initial charge shot to the face. I guess BlackEliteJohn wanted to give Kraid a dance. Each one of those nice wave charge shots doing a fairly significant amount of damage too. Landing goes level 2. Telling big ol' Kraid to go give a sit. Meridio. I like Meridio. Ye olde Variasuit. Even with the second try on that damage boost, always good to practice your strats in this back part of the race. Not a whole lot to lose, so just go out and have fun. If you make a mistake, try it again. It's never a bad thing. Not the greatest time for a practice run, but great time in the middle of a good run to at least polish up your skills as you go. Showing your audience a good grind is always good, but even seeing recovery strats too is also a treat. Collecting his third energy tank with 2 bosses down, he now makes his way to Dragon, with both Wave Beam and a pretty decent amount of ammunition on his side. Going to be a pretty good fight indeed for BlackEliteJohn. Very clean little tank there by BlackEliteJohn. Nailing each spark, making the stops in his movement extremely crisp and clean. All this beautiful swag from BlackEliteJohn. Gotta love it, everyone. Not quite getting each one of those particles, but doing pretty good to finish him off with this ammunition. Opting to save on his resources, going for those good, beautiful charge shots. You know, everyone likes to see the pink balls always on screen is always a great treat. Getting some fantastic drops back from our little friend here. Likely going to grab a little bit of extra energy from the E-Tank up here, just to make up for the small lag. 4 E-Tanks with the amount of ammunition he has, he is good to go. Face his nemesis that took him down in the race prior. Let's see if BlackEliteJohn can give that dragon what for in this next fight. Looks like he's going to try and go for the full half. He misses the jump final. Good on his attempt, though. Really trying to make up and show his true stuff on this is just a sight to see. Ladies and gentlemen, BlackEliteJohn, give him a special follow, and even go ahead and give this guy a subscription. Make his day. back in the big tank once again. This time opting to go for a more advanced strats to really pull himself out of here. Preparing himself for some good X-Factor shots as well as charge shots. Excellently hit, BlackEliteJohn. Fantastically done with a God Mode-like damage boost. To wrap that up, very delicious package indeed. Not quite getting the spark, still making some decent amount of damage on it anyways. Fantastic job by BlackEliteJohn here. Again, missing another spark, damage boosting to make up for it, killing the dragon, ladies and gentlemen, in a fantastic time. Even going as far as wanting to go for a spark suit. Nicely done by BlackEliteJohn. Fantastic. Well done, BlackEliteJohn. That is clip worthy, ladies and gentlemen. Taking a couple of spikes, going and getting his plasma, probably. That delicious revenge is just always good to see. Not being able to get plasma spark, still going for plasma anyway. Going for the beast mode plasma to go take Ridley down. Very good. And this is homage to a favorite runner of mine, Wild Anaconda. Plasma! You gotta do it at least once. And if we could see Spring Ball, would be a total troll move, but we don't have that kind of time. Sorry for the ear rip, I should have made a warning there. Yo, Spring Ball. That's classic. Making his way down the tube here. If he goes for Spring Ball, this will just be one of those fantastic days. Sadly, he can't, but at least it was worth working for. At Ivan, at Glauco Souza, I hope I got that right. Again, I appreciate some of the thoughts. Thank you very much. John will finish, and if my understanding is correctly, this or other races will get transferred to other speed gaming channels just so John can finish his race. And since it's been a pretty good chunk of time, if you haven't given any of the speed gaming communities a good follow or a subscription, this would be the best time to do so. This is fantastic by all the runners here. Cyan for sticking around, really just doing his best to cheer on his opponent here. BlackEliteJohn for sticking it through. The speed gaming community to work with the incredible amounts of fluctuation in time and all of their efforts. Looks like that mock ball may have been a bit short. No, it was not, ladies and gentlemen. Making that good mock ball. BlackEliteJohn pulling out all the stops. Getting all the things. Bravo, BlackEliteJohn, showing off his full potential. Comeback of the century, ladies and gentlemen. I've got to do it just because. I'll wait. She's his run. I got a treat just for BlackEliteJohn. As a recap for those just tuning in, BlackEliteJohn had taken an early death early on in the race. This total race has been going on for a little over an hour and a half, if I'm not mistaken. BlackEliteJohn took an early death, but decided to take the high road and go ahead and do PKDR, a full run, just so he'd have another run in. So his average time isn't going to be the best on SRL, but he is going to go walk away as a champ to finish off an insanely fun and somewhat difficult category. I was meaning to make the pun before, but I guess I'll throw it out now. After getting his runs, you could say that big shrimp was Dragon. Yeah, MST, just for you. Mad respect for John for finishing this race and finishing it with a fun category. When Nora fair is not fair, oof. BlackEliteJohn, even in this not fair condition, making it seem almost easy as he makes his way quite quickly through, with well-placed power bombs, not missing a beat in each of these rooms, getting a fantastic, nearly double Kago there. We're literally pulling out all the stops. I'm pretty sure almost Zosie at some point probably picked up the controller in his heart and just said, let's go for it. And for those unaware, there is another race that will be coming up here shortly on the other Speed Gaming channels of other Metroids. So go ahead, if you haven't given Speed Gaming, I know I'm saying this a lot, if you haven't followed the Speed Gaming communities, check out one of the other Speed Gaming channels. Another Super Metroid race will be ongoing here very soon. In the meantime, BlackEliteJohn facing down the big bad dragon himself, Ridley. Making clean and short work of Ridley, literally pulling out the most godly player in BlackEliteJohn I've seen in a race. Wiping out the dragon in no time at all, making his way to G4. And just because I've always wanted to do this live on a stream, and it's always been my my internal goal to try and shoot for it anyway. Since BlackEliteJohn's making leaps and bounds, I'm going to try for it too. I'll take a bit of stab with those who know Boomstick from the spin-off series from Screw Attack's Deathmatch. I guess, in the words of Boomstick, Samus made short work. Well, oh wow. Shoot. Samus could make short work of getting rid of Ridley. BlackEliteJohn doing a fantastic job re-navigating his way up past to get through, taking a couple hits from boulders, but not doing too bad at all. With all the time he's already got 40 minutes in for the KBDR, he's making really great work and really great pace. Unfortunately, I don't have his current PB in KBDR and would love to see it. If anybody has that handy, I would love to see it. I could look for it myself here. If anybody can beat me to it, that would be quite amazing. Thank you, chat. Thank you, Ivan. Fun fact, Palmy has mild dyslexia. And now you know. New route. Thanks, Ivan. For better commentary, check out all the Speed Gaming and SRL channels. And once again, give BlackEliteJohn and Cyan a fantastic follow, especially BlackEliteJohn. Give him a sub. He has well earned it for his performance in this race today. As well as a shout out to Ivan for being a fantastic sport, as well as a great leader in speedrunning in general. Here's a good one for you. One that might make some of our older, more experienced runners here chuckle a little bit if they get the reference. But I think there really is now a comparison for Garrus. BlackEliteJohn making his way right back up to the ship, surviving even a terrible Garrison throwback. See if he opts to go to his ship, opting not to, heading straight for the mother brain for the fight that never was. Really strutting his stuff for a 43-minute KPDR, thank you. Nope, PKDR, gosh. Next time on Palmy Commentary, Palmy struggled with enunciating a four character. Oh, goodness. Gotta look, best commentary. The real best commentary is Phantom Ryu. Or chat would probably agree it's Seppi commentary. Oh, I don't even have to look at chat to feel the disappointment. Fantastic maneuvering of these rooms and management. Grouping strats shown by BlackEliteJohn here. Fantastic. I literally just cannot get enough of this. This is just fantastic comeback. Great management, great fluidity, great movement. I'm sure if Black Elite could give Cyan one more go, if they could have another rematch, I'm sure BlackEliteJohn would really give Cyan a run for his money. And now for the big question, baby skip or pronunciation skip by Palme? Oh, he was so close. Oh, but being a boss and facing the correct way and seeing the Metroid a little bit twitchy being so close to the screen. Fantastic attempts by BlackEliteJohn pulling out all the stops. Only way I can compare it is you ever see those of us nerds nerdy enough to weeb out on anime would probably be paralleling BlackEliteJohn's comeback to like a character rediscovering an inner power of some sort. With a validated run, this just is icing on the cake for what is, in my opinion, a fantastic comeback. Now keep in mind, BlackEliteJohn's time is still concurrent to his run. So what's really interesting is even though the match is already concluded, theoretically, he is on a good pace to technically beat Cyan's time, which I think is very interesting to see. So that little clock that is under BlackEliteJohn could actually show up Cyan's initial time, which would be really cool to see. Making quick work. This is intense. Looking at those times to compare, really, really interesting. Yep, just on stream. Still going here for commentator. What an intense. I have to say, out of all the matches I've seen today, this just was leaving you on the edge of your seat today. I don't know about you, chat, but I am on the literal edge of my seat. At Thomas Joseph 315, unfortunately, you cannot do stand-up with the amount of energy he has for any person category. At HCF Wesker kind of lost here. Did they reciprocally? No. BlackEliteJohn had died middle turn and is making a comeback run. So the race has been over for well over an hour. But BlackEliteJohn wanted to take the high road and make a comeback run, and he is doing phenomenally. Now, what I'd like to know is, since his timer is not reflective of the SRR, I would like to know what his PB is, because I have a feeling he might be on PB pace. He's better close. At HFC Wesker, thank you very much. Unfortunately, not being able to make his PB pace, but still finishing. Oh, still making a great finishing. Oh, saving the animals! It was unforfeited, just kidding, not forfeit for saving the animals. Making a great comeback run, and still, I want to point this out, as he makes his finishing pause time of 52:32. Had this been his original run, he would have beaten Cyan by well over 2 minutes, giving Cyan a real run for his money, as Cyan came really, really close to his PB. BlackEliteJohn a hair within that PB. And that, my friends, leads me to my BlackEliteJohn is still a winner in my book.